Okay. All right. So I was saying that yes, I did 9.1, which was um, the square root property. And also, you guys did completing the square, by completing the square. So now, let me reload. Okay, how about now? Thank you. Hey, and we got a full house today. All right, great. So today we're gonna be using the completing the square to derivate the quadratic formula. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna use the completing the square method to develop the quadratic formula. So once we develop the quadratic formula, we can use that to find the solutions to any quadratic equation in the standard form. So let's just do that step first. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is the standard form of a quadratic equation. A standard form okay? Now we're gonna solve this by completing the square. That's what we're doing. Okay? So let me get mine. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So because we're completing the square, first I'm going to get rid of the coefficient, right? So I'm going to divide by a. What I'm doing right now is I'm derivating from completing the square here. I'm going to get to the quadratic formula, okay? I just want to show you that. So what do we have now? We are going to what? Subtract on both sides. So we're making a 0. So what do we have? We have x squared plus b over 8x equal to what? To negative c over, over a. We're doing okay so far? Now, remember, we take this term and we divide it by 2. And then we square it. So then let's do that on this, let's do it on this side. So we're gonna take the BA and divide it by 2. So what happens when we divide by 2? This is the same as b over 2 multiplied by the reciprocal. Remember that? That we have to flip it? So that's why we said it's going to be, sorry, this is an A. So what do I get? I get a B over 2A. So I divide it by 2. Now, we're going to square it. So what do we get? B squared divided by 4A squared. Now that I have that, this is what I'm going to add on both sides of the equation, okay? It's going to be B squared divided by 4A squared. And on this side, it's going to be B squared divided by 4A squared, okay? Now, on this side, we know that what we got is x plus b over 2a, because that was what we got here before we raise it to the second power. That's going to be squared. Now, on this side, I need to have the same denominators. So this is going to be what? It's going to have 4a squared, right? 4a squared and 4a squared. What do I need to multiply a to get to look like this one? So I need to multiply by what? By 4a. Yes. So on the top, I'm going to have negative 4ac. And this one is going to be the same. And I need to multiply by 1. All right? Now, I'm going to what? To square root on both sides to get rid of this. So let me apply the square root here. And on this side, it's going to be a square root, remember, plus and minus. So this side is going to be x plus b over 2a. And over here, we're going to have plus, minus. We have the same denominator. For a squared. We could do the b squared first. Remember, this is minus 4ac. And it's looking more like the quadratic formula, right? We're getting there. Now, I'm going to subtract this one. So if I subtract this one on both sides of the equation, what do I get? X is going to be equal to negative b over 2a plus and minus b squared minus 4ac right? How are we doing so far? Doing okay? All right. Now, I could get this 4a squared out of the square root. So let me do that. Plus and minus, so b squared 4ac. The only one that is going to have the square root, and this is going to be divided by 2a. So what do I notice? They have the same denominator. So it's going to be minus b, negative b. Everything is going to be over 2a square root of b squared minus 4ac. And we just got to the quadratic formula. Okay. This part, all of this is for you guys to know that starting from here, from the standard form, and if you complete the square, you get to the quadratic formula. Okay? Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, this was just a process to show you how you're not going to have to do it. All right? From now on, what we're going to be using is just this formula. We will be using this formula for now on. It was just to show you how from this. You just develop the formula. Yes. That's what we did. We developed the formula by completing the square in the standard form. The denominator is 2a. 4a turned to 2a. Oh, because, sorry guys, because this is inside of the square root. So we had in the bottom of the square root, you guys had 4a squared. And if you apply the square root to this, what do you get? You get 2a. The square root of 4 is 2. A squared come out of the square root a. Okay? So the negative 4a doesn't change? No, it doesn't. It was here at the beginning, in the front. I just put it in the sec as at the sec. It was right here. No, it doesn't change. My screen turned off. You guys said that. Okay. Guys, can you see my screen?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me give it a try. Let me reload again. So just tell me, are we back?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know, guys, okay?
Never mind. It just
No?
turned again. Yeah.
What about now, guys? It's fine? Okay. Yes or no? It goes back and forth?
Yeah, I got
Uh,
on for a bit and then it got off right away.
okay, let me change browsers and see. All right, how about now, guys? Guys, can you hear me? So is it okay? You guys said yes. All right. So great. Thank you so much. Like I was saying, this is the quadratic formula. And this one is the one that we're going to be using from now on. So we just developed from the standard form. We used that with so by completing the square, and we got to the quadratic formula. So now let's do some exercises, okay? And so we've done, the first one was, the first method that we used was factoring and completing the square. Now we're going to be using the quadratic formula. So there's always going to be two separate answers. So let's do this one. So 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equal to 0. All right? So we know it's in the standard form, right? So let's do it. So A is equal to 3, B is equal to -5, and C is equal to -2. And I have no, we're going to be using the quadratic formula. We just developed the formula. Now we're going to be using it. And Here is the formula. X is equal to negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. That's the quadratic formula. Okay, so let's use it. So we know it's going to be x negative b. Okay, is negative 5 plus and minus b squared. So I'm just plugging the numbers. 4a is 3 and c is negative 2. Divided by 2a. A is 3. Now, this is 5, right? Plus and minus. 5 times negative 5 times negative 5, that's 25. What do we have? We have 2 negatives here. So this is going to be positive. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. And 2 times 3
Doesn't
is
have to be
6.
negative 24 because it's negative 2.
You're saying it has to be negative 24?
I'm asking.
No, because when you multiply negative 4 times 3, it gives you negative 12.
Yeah,
Negative 12.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's keep going. What do we have? We have a 5 plus a minus 25 plus 24 is 49. And what do I have here? I have a 5 plus a minus a square root of 49 is what? 7. Here where it comes. Oh, go ahead, Marisol.
So I was just wondering if the 2a from like the original equation, is it only the square root, or is it under the entire thing like how you have it?
The 2a is underneath. It doesn't have the square root. You see that? That's what I have it underneath here, no square root. It's out of the square root. The only two terms that are on the square root are these two. Okay? Did I answer your question, Marisol? Okay. Now, here where we say oh, anytime, we're going to have two answers. So one answer is going to be one answer is going to be 5 plus 7 divided by 6. And the other answer is going to be 5 minus 7 divided by 6. Five plus 7, that's 12 over 6. This is 2. And over here, 5 minus 7 is negative 2 divided by 6. This is negative 1/3. So my answers here are gonna be x equal to 2 and what? And x equal to negative 1/3. Any questions, guys? Okay, I'm gonna give you one for you to do. Okay, let's do this one. So we have, let me get a number here. This is 10. Go ahead. There's one step that you have to do here, okay? Before we do anything, what is it, guys? Uh-huh. Perfect, yeah. So it needs to look like, so it's gonna be 3x squared minus 8x minus 2, right? Because we want it needs to look like this one, bx plus c, the standard form. Okay? It needs to be equal to 0. So go ahead. Don't forget to write down what the A is equal to, what the B is equal to, and the C. And then you're going to be using the quadratic formula. Go ahead. Yeah, we're going to complete the square. Not completing the square, we're going to write the quadratic formula. I mean, you guys are done, okay? You're gonna get two answers. Anybody else? Good job, Ashley. We just need to simplify more. Anybody else? Let's do it. Oh, still working. Okay, I'll wait for you guys. Okay. Uh-huh. So let me show you that. So we're going to start with the x equal to what? Is -8. We're just going to be plugging in the numbers. -8 squared minus 4. What is a? 3 times -2. Divided by 2a. Did you guys get that? Yeah. Now, this is going to be positive, plus, and minus. 8 times 8 is 64. Oh, this is the same one. 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 2. So I get a 24 here. Divided by 3 times 2, 6. Now, 64 plus 24 is 88. So we have the square root of 88 divided by 6. Now, to the 88. 88, how do I break that one down? 88 is equal to 22 plus times 4. Yeah, let me change it. So it's going to be 8 plus a minus a square root of 4 times a square root of 22. 4 times 22 is 88. Okay? So let's do that for now. So we have 8 plus a minus square root of 4 is going to be 2. Square root of 22 divided by 6. Now, I see the 8, I see the 2. Why don't we factor this out? So let's factor the 2. So this is going to be equal to what? 2. What number do I have here left? 4 plus a minus the square root of 22. Divided by 6. Now, I can simplify here the 2 and the 6, right? That's going to be what? That's going to be divided by 2 is 1 divided by 2 is 3. So I'm going to have a 4 plus a minus a square root of 22 divided by what? By 3. So let's go back here. The 88, I break it down between 4 and 22. The square root of 4 is 2. Now that I have the 8 and the 2, I'm going to factor out the 2. So what do I going to have? I'm going to have the 4 plus a minus a square root of 22. Now that this 2 is out, I could simplify with the 6. 2 over 6 is equal to 1 over 3. So this is what I have left. So from here, I'm going to have two answers. One is going to be 4 plus the square root of 22 divided by 3. And the other one is going to be 4 minus the square root of 22 divided by 3. All right. Oh, no, no, no. Any questions? Let's write another one, okay? Mhm. Go ahead and write it down, and I'll tell you what we could do here. And in order to not to work with the fractions, okay? We could go ahead and write it down. All right. So this is what we have, right? 1/8 x squared How about if we multiply this by 8? We don't have any more fractions. So what we have is x squared minus what? 2x minus 16 equal to 0. That's what we're going to have. No need to deal with them with the fractions. So what is a going to be equal? 1, b -2, and c -16. No, because 8 times 0 is 0. Remember, any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Good one. Good question. Yeah. So let me get my quadratic formula. I'm just going to, where do I write it down? Oh, down here. So I know it's going to be x equal So go ahead and apply the quadratic formula, guys. I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. Oh. So what we got there? What did you get? Ooh. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else, guys? Come on. I think I'm gonna be the only one doing it. I have 12 more of you there. Anybody else, guys? Okay, go ahead, Di Carlos. How did it go? What did you get? Okay, good. So what you needed to do was negative b, okay, plus a minus negative 2 is minus 4ac divided by 2a. That's what you need to do. This is going to be positive. So what do I do here? This is going to be 4, sorry, and 16 times, it's going to be positive, times 4, that's 64. And 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 plus a minus the square root of what? 68 divided by 2. And 68 is what? How do I get that? Let me just show you. How do I know it's square root of 4 times the square root of 17? Okay, 68 is what? Divided by 2 is going to be 34. And 34 divided by 2 is going to be 17. So right here, you know that 68 is equal to what? 2 squared times 17. Right there, that's how you know it. So let's go back here. And we know it's going to be a square root of 4 times the square root of 17 divided by 2. And this is equal to 2 plus a minus 2, the square root of 17 divided by 2. I see a bunch of 2's, but I cannot simplify them until I do the, I factored out the 2. So let me factor out the 2. Now, we make a 1 here. So my answer, I'm going to have one answer is going to be 1 plus the square root of 17, and the other one is going to be 1 minus the square root of 17. Okay? Any questions, guys? Did you guys get close to this?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So how did the plus or minus 2 become a 1?
Because we factor the 2.
Okay, I see.
So you factor it out the 2. Now, any more questions, guys? Now, let's do one more before we go on break, okay? Or, no, let's go on break. Yeah. 10 after 10, okay, guys? Here I am talking and I'm muted. Are you guys back? All right. Hi, Kashi. Good.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Okay. So let's continue. Go ahead and write this one down. We're going to use the quadratic formula to solve the quadratic equation. So tell me, what do I need to do here? Before, plus 20. All right. So this is going to be plus 20 equal to 0. So now we have ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the standard form. All of these ones are quadratic equations, and we're going to solve them using the quadratic formula. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to 8, and c is equal to 20. And let me write down the quadratic formula, okay? X is equal to minus b plus and minus b squared minus 4ac square root of that divided by 2a. Go ahead and plug in those numbers and give me an answer, please. Be careful that this one might not look like the other ones, okay? Yes, yes, yeah, perfect. Yes, yes, we do have to use the I. So let's do it. Let me write it down. We have x is equal negative 8 plus and minus. Yes, good job, guys. I'll be right. Hold on. So b is going to be 8 squared minus 4a 1 times c, which is 20, over 2a. Right? Now, 8 times 8. What do I have that? Yeah, 64. And this is 4 times what? 20 is 80. So here we go. We got the negative there. So it's going to be negative 8 plus and minus is square root of negative 16 over 2. Right? So we're going to have one that is going to be positive 16 and one that is going to be negative 1. Right? So this is going to be equal to square root of 16 is 4, and this is equal to I divided by 2. Now we're going to factor. So 2 negative 4. Oh, we could factor the 4, right? No, needs to be the 2. Oh, plus and minus 2i. So what happened here on this one? We make a 1. So my answer is going to be negative 4 plus and minus 2i. So I'm going to have two answers. One is going to be negative 4 plus 2i, and the other one is going to be negative 4 minus 2i. Okay. Good job, guys. I have another one here too. Let's do this one. Any question this one, guys? We're doing okay here? Let's do this one. We have x equal to negative 2x squared minus 2. So what do I need to do there? Or move everything to this side, right? Could do it. I can add 2x squared plus 2 and plus 2x squared plus 2. Everything on this side. So what I have? I have 2x squared plus x plus 2 equal to 0. You guys see that? Now, a is equal to 2, b is 1, and c is 2. So go ahead and apply the quadratic formula. Okay, couple minutes, guys. you're gonna need to use a imaginary number again, just to give you a clue there, okay? Anybody else? Bianca, Brandy, doing okay? Fernanda, okay. Great job, guys. Where's my, so let's do it. So we have x -1 b plus or minus 1 squared minus 4ac. Right? So what do we get there? We have a -1 plus a minus. We have a 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And 2 times 2 is 4. So 1 minus 16 is -1 plus a minus. What is this? -15. That's what I have here. So this is equal to a square root of 15 times square root of -4. And this is equal to -1 plus a minus what? I is square root of 15 divided by 4. Okay? So I'm going to have two answers, right? One is going to be -1 plus I square root of 15 divided by 4. And the other one is going to be -1 plus minus I square root of 15 over 4. Exactly what you guys got. Okay? Now, I believe, Newton, you're going to have to, oops, this is minus, okay? Let's do one from Newton, okay? Let's do one of the ones that you might. This is 9.3, solving quadratic equations using quadratic formula. It says with two real solutions. So let's do one of those. Here it is. It says solve 1/3 d squared plus 1/2 d is equal to -1/12. And it says solve it by using the quadratic formula. Use a comma to separate multiple values. So what do we do first? Move the 1/2 to the other side, right? So let me do that. So I have 1/3 d squared plus 1/2 d plus 1/12. All right. Now, what do you guys think I need to do here? I want to clear the fraction. Okay? So in order to clear the fraction, what do I need to multiply by? Let me see. By 12, right? Yep. That's what we want to do. We don't want to deal with these fractions. So we're going to multiply it by 12. Let's do it. So if I multiply by 12, what do I get here? 12 times 1 is 12 divided by 3 is a what? Tell me, guys. It's 4. Yes, 4d squared. Now, 12 times 1 divided by 2 is what? 60. 12 times 1 divided by 12 is what? 1. Perfect. You see, now it's looking a lot better. Because this is x bx plus c. We have it in the standard form. So now I know my a is equal to 4, my b, is equal to 6, and my c is equal to 1. With this, I can just go ahead and do my my quadratic formula. Let me write it down. So it's going to be x equals to -b plus minus b squared, which is the square root, to a. And we know that a is equal to 4, b is equal to 6, and c is equal to 1. So go ahead and do that. So in this case, we have it's a d what they have here, right? Use the d. Go ahead and do it, guys, and tell me what you got. Very close. I simplified. Good job. Yeah. Let me simplify it. So we know that b is negative what? Negative 6 plus and minus 6 squared minus 4 times 4 times 1 divided by 2 times 4. So what do I have here? I have 6 times 6 is 36, and this is equal to negative 16. 4 times 2 is 8. So 36 minus 16 is 20. Divided by 8. 20. 20 is equal to what? The square root of 20. The square root of 4 times the square root of 5. So let's do that. We have a square root of 4 times a square root of 5 divided by 8. So this is equal to a square root of 4 is 2, a square root of 5 divided by 8. Can we factor? Yes, let's do it. Let's factor out the 2. So if we do that, let's do it on this side. So we could say 2. So we're going to have a 3 and an 8. Okay? Now, divided by 2 is 1. Divided by 2 is 4. So what I have now is negative 3 plus and minus a square root of 5 divided by what? 4. So every term, I have 2 solutions. Plus square root of 5 divided by 4, and those are your 2 solutions. But hold on. We gotta get it in Newton. We gotta do it like this. Okay? Any questions, guys? Bianca, Brandy, Christopher, doing okay? Are you guys understanding this part? Okay. Christopher and DeCarlos? Okay, good. Christopher? Okay, Fernanda, Jasmine, and Letzi? Okay. Marisol? Sadie? Okay, let me do more exercises. look at this one. Okay, I'm going to write this one down and it says solve 5x, x minus 2 plus 7 by using the quadratic formula. Okay. Work on it. I won't tell you. One of you is going to have to answer, tell me how they did it. So go ahead and try it, guys. Oh, what do we do first here? We got to distribute this, right? Before we do anything. So let's do that. Let me set it up. 5x times x would be 5x squared. And then 5x times 2, negative 10x plus 7 equal to 0. There we go. Now we have what? Like you always said, this is the standard form. Okay, where a is equal to 5, b equals to negative 10, and c equals 7. And I'm writing down my formula, quadratic formula. Okay, go ahead. One of you is going to have to answer. Is everybody done, guys? Okay, I'll give you more time. Go ahead. Okay. Yes, go ahead. That's fine. Ay. All right, guys. So do me a favor, and you're going to, I need Sadie. I need you to tell me what was the first. Sadie, hold on. You said I'm still working on it. Okay. Okay. Sadie, can you use your microphone? Sadie, can you hear me? Okay. So we're going to do it together. You're going to type what I'm going to ask you, okay? I just want to make sure everybody understands this. So let's do it. So now, x is going to be equal to, what is minus b equal to, Sadie? Perfect. Negative 10 plus and minus. Now, b squared is going to be what? Tell me. Negative 10 what? Good. Negative 10 squared minus 4. Now, a is equal to what? To 5. Perfect. And c is equal to what? 7. All right. Let me do the square root here. Divided by 2. And what is a equal to? 5. Now, negative 10 plus,
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like,
yes,
yeah.
thank you guys. Yeah, because this is like this. Okay, thank you. So it's going to be 10 positive. Now, what is this one going to be, Sadie? Uh-huh, 100. Now, 4 times 5 is 20, right? And 20 times 7,
140.
yeah. Now, Sadie, what is 100 minus 140? And now 100
It's
hold on,
negative 40.
go back here, go back here, Sadie, negative 40. Okay, now we have 10 plus and minus equal to a root of 40 and negative 1, correct? That's what we could do there. Now we're going to use the plus and minus. What is the square root equal to of 40? Is equal to 4 to the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. So the square root of 4 times the square root of 10 and the I. You see that?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I canceled the 10. I don't know if that's correct because we did it like in the last um example. So I just canceled it, but I'm not sure if that was correct because you still have it and I don't have it. I make a
Okay,
1.
so let me get there. Yes, we could do that, but hold on. Let me get there. So what do we get here when we do this? What's the square root of 40? Let me think about this. Hold on, hold on. No, 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 2. I would say, what did you guys say there? 2. Yes. So it's going to be 10 plus and minus square root of 2, square root of 10I divided by 10. Or 2I, yes, you got it, 2I. Now, right here, I could do this. 10 divided by 10, and the plus and the minus 2I. Okay? So what do I get here? I'm making a 1, right? So this is going to be 1. And what do I have here? The 2 and the 10 divided by 2 is 1. Divided by 2 is what? 5. So what I'm going to have is a square root of 10 I divided by 5. So I have 2 answers. One is going to be 1 plus the square root of 10 divided by 5 times I. And the other one is going to be 1 minus the square root of 10 divided by 5I. Those are going to be, good job, Sadie. My 2 answers, guys. Okay. That's my goal. I want to make sure all you guys understand the process. All right, so now you could do 9.3. which is solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula with one or no real solutions, okay? And that's all I have for you guys today. You gotta go to class. Thank you so much. And we'll post the notes. This exercise is from Newton too, this one, and the one that I did before too. I could write a note here if you guys want me to do that. Okay, guys, have a good morning and thanks so much. Oh, thank you so much, Ashley.